case of Chapman versus Hayes. As it pertains to 2-year-old Maurice Hayes Jr. It has been determined by this court, Mr. Hayes, you are not the father. Chapman, you and the defendant have an older child together, but you've brought him to court to prove your 2-year-old son, Maurice Hayes Jr., is his.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim he was excited during your pregnancy, named your baby, but now denies him because he has a new girlfriend.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Hayes, you say you've always doubted paternity of Maurice Jr.
Yes.
And you're just trying to do the right thing by signing the birth certificate, but you now say he's not yours and you want the plaintiff to change his name when the paternity test proves he's not your junior.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Chapman, tell us, why do you feel Mr. Hayes needs to just step up and be a father?
Because if he could take care of somebody else's child, why can't he take care of his own child?
And so you submit today that he's taking care of someone else's child.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
But not doing anything for the child he fathered with you.
Not Maurice
Explain.
Jr. He's not doing nothing for Maurice Jr. He barely does for Mariah. Like, for instance, on Christmas, he brought Mariah 5 presents. Then bring Maurice Jr. nothing.
For Christmas?
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Is that true, Mr. Hayes?
No, ma'am, she's telling a lie, Your Honor. I bought actually 6 gifts. I gave him 1 and gave her 5, and I gave both of them, I held both of them and gave both of them hugs.
But you clearly have doubt around Maurice Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that doubt.
Only reason why I have doubt because when I was asking her was she pregnant, she was like, no. And I got a piece of letter in the mail saying that she was pregnant, but she also still was in denial. So when I say she was like 4 months and my mother asked her was she pregnant, she says, no, she's not. So I still was like, okay, how are you not pregnant? And I got a letter in the mail.
So why all this confusion?
I don't know, because she was talking to another guy and I guess she was scared to tell me about it.
Ms. Chapman, why all this back and forth? I'm pregnant, I'm not pregnant?
Because, yeah, true enough, I told him I wasn't pregnant because I just had Mariah 4 months. She was only 4 months, and I was pregnant again, so I didn't know. I didn't know if I wanted to keep him, to be honest, or what. So we talked about it, and we got back together.
So he came back?
Yes.
After he found out you were pregnant?
Yes.
Did it seem as if he accepted the pregnancy?
He went to every doctor appointment that I'd had since we got back together.
I had no symptoms. I had none of this.
Yeah. In your mind, your baby's on the way.
Yes, Your Honor.
You at the hospital, the baby's born.
Yes, Your Honor.
You decide, I'm signing the birth certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't think at that moment you needed a DNA test? You didn't have a doubt?
She told me that was my baby, and I took responsibility and moved back in. That's when I started having doubts when he came home. But when I was holding him, I was telling her that I'm not the father. I never had symptoms. You know, I never felt any type of way.
What symptoms were you supposed to have?
Like, you know, cravings. I gained weight.
When your girlfriend's pregnant the first time, when she's pregnant the first time, you gain weight, but this time you didn't have the same symptoms. You didn't eat, you didn't have any craving, and you believe it was because it wasn't your child.
Yes, sir.
Your name, ma'am?
Jennifer.
Jennifer Webb. Miss Webb, and you are now Mr. Hayes's
baby mother.
You're his child's mother. Mm-hmm. And you all are in a relationship now. What do you know about the paternity of Maurice Jr.?
One day when I had Maurice phone, I guess the guy she was messing with supposed to be the baby daddy or whoever, he texted the phone and said, can you tell your baby mama, can I see my baby? It was a long paragraph. It was telling him about, he was messing with Keisha then. Keisha wasn't going to her dad's house. She was going to the club, leaving the club, going over his house. That's what he texted to the phone.
Oh, he was texting Mr. Hayes directly.
This is my first time hearing about it.
Saying, I would like to see my child. And he was talking about Maurice Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
This is my first time hearing about that.
Yes.
And so, when you saw this text, did you confront Miss Chapman?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What did you say?
I called. I said, how did that guy get my number? She said, I don't know. So I don't know what him and Keisha had going, but you know, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it because.
So when's the last time he's seen your children?
She won't let him because of the baby.
Thank you. If you can't get one, you can't get that one up.
So, Ms. Chapman, you've created, watch your language in the courtroom. I've heard enough. I'm ready for the results. Jerome, please hand me the envelope. And please stand between our plaintiff and defendant for these results. I don't want anybody getting out of hand. Let's stay composed. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Chapman versus Hayes, as it pertains to 2-year-old Maurice Hayes Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hayes, you are not the father.
That's fine. He can have his name back. That's
but
fine.
You took it through all that.
Yeah, I took out through all that, but did I not tell you I was with somebody else, though?
No.
Did I not say that?
Oh,
not with nobody else, but at the time.
Before we start getting silly to save face, the point is, it's not his child.
Okay.
He ain't been through all this. Man got tears in his eyes.
You don't know,
Mr. Hayes, you're very emotional. What are you feeling?
She kept us seeing my daughter for so long.
You right.
And just put me through so much. I ain't seen my daughter in 2 or 3 months. And it's like, it's really getting to me because that's my baby and I'll do anything for her, but she said if I can't get one, I can't get the other one, but here it is today, I'm not the father.
You
all have to figure out how to work through this now. You have a child together, Mariah. Is this other gentleman the only other possible father? So he is Maurice Jr.'s biological father. What I'm trying to get to is that this is madness.
Yes.
And let me be clear, now that we've determined in this court that you are not, in fact, Maurice Jr.'s biological father, that's not gonna automatically cut you off from responsibility for that child support because you signed the birth certificate. So what I'm saying is, this doesn't end today. The truth has come out today.